Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is the F word. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while back, and the world has completely changed since then. So if I encounter anything that's out of date, I'll stop myself and give you the most recent information. And then at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. The F word. Years ago, I worked for a spiritual organization. I loved my job, but my schedule was challenging. I worked a 70-hour week, 300-mile commute with one weekend off a month. Because it was spiritual, I thought I was working for God. And I had two kids in preschool and kindergarten. I was totally fried. At some point, I woke up and realized that I could serve God by volunteering in my kids' classrooms and doing weddings. I realized my relationship with my children would have a stronger impact on the world than impressing people on a Sunday morning. I quit the organization, and for the last 16 years, I have been doing my own spiritual growth business. 1994. So actually, that was 30 years ago. Since then, I have shied away from a full schedule. But in 2009, my youngest went to college, and my energy was renewed to take on more. At the same time, I increased my workload. My husband was laid off. And then that summer, my dog had surgery for cancer. Through it all, I used my techniques and my awareness to stay on track, to have a higher perspective, to keep learning and growing. Yet I was struggling with the F word, effort. I was in burnout mode, and I know better. I know that energy of effort stops creation. I know you can work smarter and not harder and be more prosperous. In the real world, effort is rewarded. People admire hard workers. An employee gets bonus points for showing up early and leaving late. Nobody questions what their home life must be like, much less their inner life. People judge those who seem to have it easy, labeling them as lazy, when in reality, they have figured out how to get off the hamster wheel and make real progress in life. As spirit, we can be everywhere at once. Our energy is boundless and our creativity is never ending. Our physical body needs to sleep every night and needs some regular naps as well. Chris Carr of CrazySexyLife.com shared that her own coach's prescription for taking time off is one night a week, one weekend day and night each weekend, every 3 to 4 weeks, a long weekend, Friday to Sunday, and every 6 to 8 weeks, a week off. For those who are self-employed, even taking an evening off from marketing and email seems impossible. When you're overworked, you're disconnected from source and running on empty. In Joan Boroshenko's book, Fried, she says the symptoms of burnout are similar to depression, but antidepressants don't work. You need to renew your zest for life, and her book contains suggestions and exercises on how to do just that. For me, I haven't lost my zest for life. In fact, I have a stack of ideas I'd love to take action on. I just haven't had the time or energy. It's become obvious I need to change my schedule and what I'm doing. So what I did at the time, it says I decided to do less one-session readings and focus more on ongoing client connections through classes and coaching. And I was developing ways for people to stay connected with me to fit different budgets. And what I've done now is also I've created like a self-study course. And of course, there's these daily videos. So you have lots of different ways to stay connected with me. So where is the F word taken over your life? Where are you spinning your wheels? What have you been putting a lot of effort into and showing no results? Wherever or whatever it is, this week, stop and take some time off. Sneak out to a matinee movie. Go to the local aquarium or zoo. Schedule an appointment with yourself and take a nap. And notice how much more actually gets done with less effort. And leave me a comment when you do, because I love to read your comments. So this is really interesting because I wrote this a while ago and I've just come out of a period of burnout yet again. And each time burnout takes a different form, but it also then takes time to recover. It took me 6 months to be able to get the energy back to start doing these daily videos, for instance. And I'm aware that all sorts of self-care things that I had in place, like morning yoga and weekends into Manhattan and fun things like that, have all gone out the window in the last couple years. But I'm working on moving to Spain, so I've got a project. This reminds me of many years ago when I used to clean houses, and there was one very big retreat center that I would clean, and it required me to take a ferry to get to it. And when I'd get there in the morning, I could either take 10, 15 minutes to meditate, like ground and center before I started cleaning, or I could dive into cleaning and then I could meditate on the ferry on the way back. And what I found is if I took 15 minutes to start with, just to get myself grounded and centered in meditation before I started cleaning, is that I could clean that place in less time and feel better than if I postponed the meditation part till when I was done. So it doesn't have to take a long time. Like I'm saying, take some time out, sneak out to a movie. Well, that's 2 hours, or a local aquarium or zoo, or just take a nap. Maybe taking a nap takes less time, but is more immediately renewing. Though going to a movie or the aquarium or a zoo, those are fun things for me, does help break the pattern of burnout, rejuvenates you, and helps you get back on track. So let me know if you've got any suggestions for recovering from burnout as well. I'd love to read those suggestions. And if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on social media. Also, click the like button and subscribe, and that way you tell YouTube to share them far and wide and get this out to people who really need to see them. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. There you can learn how to have an expanded perspective of your life, which gives you more insights and answers to your questions. If you'd like some manifestation techniques, I have a self-study course called Manifesting Money and Miracles, and there you can learn to work with vibrations to increase money and miracles in your life. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions you might have, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one, and I give you some specifically chosen consciousness techniques that I've developed so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.